I lost my place when I was reading this article. It was unexpected. The strange mouth. He said he felt violated more than anything. The victim proceeded to punch the suspect in the mouth and force him out of the bedroom outside of the yard of the yard while he was forcing out. The suspect told the victim he had a gun and attempted to funnel with the victim's genital area. The gun was never seen. The gun was never seen. It's like I had typical difficult all day. Like my screen turned white. The man was 33 years old. However, the intruder seemed willing to give up his attack at this point. The He's 5'11", black male between the age of 20 and 25, shaved head, sexual assault. He's charged with sexual assault, over $1,000 in physical crime, damage in the man's home. After the attack, after the attack, after the attack, the police tried to track down the tow sucker using a dog. There was no effort. The DNA evidence was collected at the scene. Well, that happened at Florida. Waking up to somebody sucking your toes. I don't know what's in Florida water, but I don't know what to say about it because that's I don't. All right, somebody breaking your house, somebody sucking your toes. You just gonna ask them what they doing rather than just fight them off. I know he was dreaming like he having a bad dream of his life.
Right. I'm sitting there
and
like,
woke up to a man that was sucking on his toes.
that is.
Uh,
I mean, how do you really react? You know what I'm saying? Like, you wake up, of course, if you know no one's there, you're gonna be like, to a degree, alarmed, right? But at the same time,
yeah.
like, what? No, I mean, like, how do you not be like, like, how do I respond to this? Like, for real.
At first, I thought it was fake news, because all these fake news, but CNN, Fox News, Florida News. There, I have a friend that stay in that same city and state. Said it happened at her city, and she says it's a true story. There been a dude going around breaking into people's houses and sucking toes. He got a foot fetish, which I don't like feet. He got a foot
Right.
fetish and black male. They said it was a black male, 5'11", sucking toes. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't understand. I don't, I really don't
I mean, I
understand.
think you said you don't like, toes. I don't either. So, I mean, like, that's not even something I would be like, that I'm okay with, like, if it was my man or something, right? So, just to imagine somebody with, I mean, come on, you got that hard up of a fetish that you breaking in the houses to do it, like,
Yeah,
that's
breaking in houses.
that
I'm gonna try to talk. Hopefully, they don't cut us off. I'm gonna just do the highlight of World War III. Uh,
is
I'm gonna just say a few things that we can move on. I want to move to some more stuff
all
before we
right.
get cut off again. I'm gonna just say Trump got a body of $80 million body on his head. He started. It all started with it. Iran attacked the people in Iran attacked the U.S. Assembly. Bush retaliate. I'm not Bush. Trump. Tiny Hand killed a top general. He killed two top officials there in Iran, and Iran said, "Okay, we're gonna try to kill you." I think they really want him. I don't think they want to attack the U.S. They could have been attacked the U.S., but militaries had been sent over 3,000, I believe over 3,000 troops had been sent over. Let's keep them in our prayer and our thoughts while they go fight for some nonsense that somebody started. Last year was 50 million barrel of oil was found in Iran. They've been trying to get Iran since Obama, since Bush, since Bill Clinton. So then, then Trump is facing, impeachment, you know, but it
Mhm.
got to go through the Senate. But that's the only thing I'm gonna say about that. I hope, like you said before, we was really cut off, that people need to find the right source and keep the people in thoughts. We was talking about memes. That's when we got cut off. Uh, but I want to talk about something very important next. Is sex trafficking. I just added this when I was at the mall with my family over the
Mhm.
weekend. We was supposed to do a show. I want to talk about sex trafficking. I know a lot of stuff being misinformed on Facebook and social media site right now. I want to clear some stuff up because I took a class on trafficking when I was at trucking school.
Okay.
Uh, yes, they do use vans, but they use all type of vehicles. Now they use women to talk to other women, and now they use Lyft and Uber and all these ride share to to get people now. It happened in Georgia. Over 20 people got arrested in a sex trafficking case ring. Um, my cousin was part of trash trafficking. I'm not proud to say he my cousin, but he was a ringleader. He was one of the biggest trash trafficker in in the South. He used to have women in cages. He used to put collar on them. Uh, It's like a story one time that I took a class. It was a woman who was walking to Taco Bell. She was 16 at the time. She was walking with her sister at the time, and the a dude said, we your family wants you to. I'm good friends with your family. Come with me." She got a card. He took him straight to his house, his stash house. These stash houses like in our neighborhood, they look just like us, they act like us. He was in a Cadillac, he was not in a white van. Um, we need to people share these memes and they take pictures of these. Some of these vans are innocent. These are hardworking people that go to work. They do have white van. Most contractors' vehicles are white. Commercial vehicles are white, but they use semi trucks. They use all type of vehicles. They get males. They get females. They get little boys. There's so many black women, black people are missing in the United States alone, and they don't get the same coverage as a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, like Sarah or Katie or the IU student that went missing many years. So they don't give the same press as a black woman that go missing.
Right.
I remember back here, I think last year or 2 years ago, a black Avon woman went missing. She around my age. She's 33, 32 at the time. Her car was found in Gary, Indiana. You know, she
Mhm.
was a foster parent and she went missing. She never showed up to work. It was not like her. When she I forgot what she do, but she was a foster parent too. So when we see black, every time I automatic when I think somebody going missing, I think they got kidnapped for their bodies, their organs. Black people organs are high. The black market is real. I can sound like a
Mhm.
conspiracy theories, but if you look at what happened in Georgia with that young boy got killed at school, put in the map. I think, do you remember that?
Yeah.
He got put in the map and they launched an investigation. The autopsy found newspaper in his body. His organs was missing.
Mhm.
And when they do autopsy, they take the organs out, they put it in a bag, they put the organs back in your body and sew you up.
Right.
Somewhere between the funeral home and the autopsy office, his organs go missing.
Mhm.
This is how I think when black people go missing, or we got we got stuff that white people don't have. Um, we there's so many people. There's so many people are missing. And when you look at the sex rate, yes, the sex rate do add a problem to people are missing. People like why they don't just hire sex workers. Well, when you look at it, they sex workers they that's how they make their money. But if they work for somebody, they gotta pay that person. So they gonna force somebody. They gonna get somebody that brand new. They gonna look at the target. They use big vehicles. You gotta pay attention to your surrounding. Like I told my sister, I like she don't like guns. She don't want to be around guns. She don't like loud noise, but I like you need something to protect yourself. You
Mhm.
know, your boyfriend is not with you all the time. You at work. Now they use females to come up to other females, like I said earlier, because females feel more open up to other females than they would do a dude. If a dude approach her, she already know what that dude trying to do, trying to holler at her or anything. So if a female is just like if it's just like the same sex came to me, if a dude would be like, okay, my guard gonna be let down, but in today we live it, it's 2020, even though we supposed to grow up and be more involved with each other, we still gotta think everybody's a threat to us, you know. And when I learned about this in trucking school, I had to take a test on it. I had to take a long test before I could move on and get, you know, move on to the next part of orientation. So when sex trafficking happens, it's a big thing. And you look at the Midwest, it's a hub. It's across America. Indiana's a hub.
Mhm.
And you look at truck stops, you got to protect yourself at all times, you
Right.
know. And like I told my brother and my sister, like it's real out here. This is real.
Mhm.
And with social media, sex trafficking been around for many years. If you look at the movie, if you ever watch the movie, Taken, and they would try to kidnap her and sell her overseas.
Mhm.
And when you look at people missing, you look at black females are missing, and it's just like that bizarre case in Brooklyn a couple weeks ago. I did an episode on it. That teenager, she faked her kidnapping.
Right.
You know, what the first thing people thought, oh, she about to be sold to sex trafficking.
Mhm.
You know, and we look at social media, it brought a light to it. Social media it could be our best tool or our worst enemy at times. And when we look at sex trafficking, you see it happen around you. I don't know, you got stories you want to tell about trafficking, or you just want to say something about it.
Um, with sex trafficking, one of the things I want to completely emphasize, that you did well with is that it is real. It is really happening out here. Um, and we, melanated people, need to be very cautious because, as you also stated, when it happens to us, it's not as loudly broadcast, um, as it is if it's not us because we are undervalued as a people, unfortunately. So definitely look out for yourselves when you're out there. Keep your eyes open. Be paying attention. Try to stay off your phone as far as like noticing things. Like if you notice if you are in an Uber or a Lyft and they're not really going along with the GPS and things of that nature. Um, just be mindful and be present when you are in these rideshare vehicles and just out in the street in general. Just be aware. Make sure that you're paying attention to your surroundings and what's near you and what's happening, because that is their um, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for you to be distracted. They're looking for you to not be paying attention or no one to notice, what's going on in your surroundings. I also want to say, when walking, that they're grabbing people as they're walking. As you stated with the fake um, one, unfortunately, that was something that happened. They were walking and they just pulled up and grabbed them, but they're really doing it like that. So
Yes,
just make sure that when you are walking, to actually walk on the opposite side of traffic, not with traffic,
yes,
so that you can actually see what's coming towards you, as opposed to what's behind you. So those are just some, clues, and just some things that I just want to say, just to make sure that our our listeners are, mindful if this is real. It's not. I know sometimes we can get desensitized with
Yes.
story after story after story after story of the same thing. Um, but try not to. Try to still stay present and stay up on what's going on.
Yeah, like you said with Uber and Lyft, Uber just introduced this one thing for this future for your safety is that you could call 911, you could hit a button. It's like a silent panic button for you on your phone.
Mhm.
Even
Mhm.
iPhone, I don't know if you have an iPhone, but iPhone have a SOS button where
Mhm.
you click it 3 times on the side and the SOS button, or you hold it, it give you option of power or SOS, and your location will pop up, to the GPS.
Right.
So in some states and counties, they have this thing where they can just look through your iPhone, your camera, through your if you got a smartphone, they can look through your camera and they can see where you at. They can see what the stuff, and that can relate to the get that to the cop, and that could save your life. This go
Mhm.
for dudes too, because you a man, it don't mean you can be overpowered.
Right.
Everybody should take a self-defense class.
Mhm.
Before people go to war, they gotta go through training. People they just don't draft people and send them to war. They just now you gotta go through the process. You gotta go through training. And anything you do, you have to train on something. You can't just be thrown in the wolves and try to present yourself. But this stuff is real. It's sad. It's a sad thing. Like, why is people doing this? Why are people getting kidnapped for the dark web is a big thing. Dark web is real.
Mhm.
You could buy a human body, a dead human body, or you could buy organs, you know,
Right.
and it's two things why people go missing. People get kidnapped, or that's really one thing I believe people go missing. People get kidnapped.
Mhm.
But they don't want to say kidnap. They
Right.
say missing. I remember one time last year we used to get like a lot of Amber Alerts. It was like kids was going missing, 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 or they was getting taken by uh, the mother or the endangered father or a uncle or somebody carjacked them, and
Mhm.
it you just gotta pay attention to your surroundings, all the stuff that going on. Don't get distracted. I know we supposed to pay attention to what happened there, what's going on with this about to be this war, this big war, what the media is saying, but try not to be distracted. Like you said, always try to, walk in a group. Don't go when people go to the club, stay together. Don't let your homegirl go with somebody they just met. Don't do none of this stuff. Even though you grown, always tell somebody where you at.
Mhm.
You know, th- don't tell. Always be open minded by your surrounding, because the next thing you know, uh, there's a lot of people missing.
Mhm.
And we see it all the time.
All the
We
time.
see we see it all the time, and unfortunately, stuff happens to us. Bad stuff happen to good people. They say there's kids missing. We see it on Facebook all the time. On my new podcast show, I will talk about my new podcast show. For people who don't know, is I got a new podcast show I'm gonna do this weekend. I'm gonna do it for y'all this weekend. It's probably be Saturday or Sunday. Uh, it's a crime overdose. I'm gonna talk about serial killers, anything that got to do with crime. Talk about people who I'm gonna talk about people who was missing, how they went missing, um, have they been found or not, have they seen them. I'm gonna really do majority of uh, people who are missing is majority of black people and Mexican, people that do not get the same attention as a woman who's blonde and white, Caucasian. It's not throwing the race card out there. This is what we see in the media. If you watch the media, they is a little clip of a black person missing. It's just a little clip. It's not like the whole week or 2 weeks. They don't talk about it's a big search party searching for this person. It's always A to Z with a white person, but when there's a black person missing, it's always A to B and end of story. Let's move on to the sports. It's always like that. You can watch the news all day and you can see this stuff happening. the this is a big problem in the United States. It's a big problem in the world. Um, it's sad, you know. I'm gonna change gear. That's the only thing I really want to talk about because me and my sister and brother was talking about it one day,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and my sister asked a question, why they just leave, you know, and they say they can't just leave because what I learned when I was watching the video, they dropped the girls off at a truck stop.
Mm-hmm.
They have them walking in groups. They block they park by the entrance of the truck stop,
Mm-hmm.
and they always have somebody inside the truck stop. So the girls they not strong enough to leave. They scared. They really scared. You know, it's a mind control. They really scared. So these dudes have guns. You know, and most truck drivers we can't carry weapons in our truck because law is forbidden. We can't carry because the law say it
Mm-hmm.
because we operate a full federal motor vehicle. You know, we regulated by the government. So most people do have guns in a truck. So don't think you can run up on a person that don't think they don't carry guns. Most of them do
Right.
because these truck drivers do get killed and robbed. You know, and they are the target because everybody think they carry cash on them. Some of them do. You know, one time a dude carried $23,000 in cash because he don't trust the bank. You know, he was like, hell with the late fees, you know, with the overdraft fee.
Mm-hmm.
So how this woman escaped, the truck driver was a person, um, a alert truck driver called her 911 and said he got a woman that has been victimized by truck trafficking.
Right.
Uh, if you see something suspicious, the FBI say call it in. It could be a little detail, it could be a big break in the case. Something little can break the case. You know, they said, needle can break the camel back. Something big can be broken, but without the public help and this no snitching rule,
Mm-hmm.
this no snitching rule is there are people not gonna talk.
Right.
You know, we if you see a woman get beat up in a car, call 911. Get them the license plates first. You know, look at the license plates first, then go to the description. That's all. Cause they could type in that license plate and it will come up and they can find that person quick.
Mm-hmm.
Cause cops. I don't know if you got it in your city where they got these radars sit on the trunk or the roof of the police car. They can read license plates. They can read 1,000 license plates per minute so
Wow.
that they can see if you suspended, they can see you suspended. So, or, stuff like that. They got that in Indiana.
Wow.
But yeah, like you said, just be mindful of the things that goes on. Be mindful of it. Uh, I'm gonna switch gears again. If you want to add anything to the sex trafficking or missing people, you can. I need to pull up my notes.
um, I mean, like I said, it's easy to become desensitized due to the large amounts of stories that are hitting us constantly about what's going on. And then it also may make you want to fall back because some people, unfortunately, are, those who are attention seeking, unfortunately, or may have things going on that they feel it's necessary to fake an instance like this. Does not mean that the majority is fake. Um, and so you definitely still want to take the proper precautions, um, and you still want to make sure that you're prepared to the best of your ability to prevent um, being caught up in a situation like that. And if so, trying to stay calm and react in a proper manner so that you might hopefully be able to get rescued before they take you off the grid, so to speak. So um, just stay mindful and stay up on what's happening.
Yeah. The next topic we're gonna talk about relationship tips. I'll let you go first. Give a relationship tip. Just get one or two, or say
Oh,
something about relationships.
good, good. Okay. I guess on that tip, one is if you want. I mean, if you truly want to be in a relationship, be committed to that. Um, if that is the stance that you are on, definitely be committed to that because you don't have to be. If you are still trying to be in a relationship and want to do single things, stay single. um,
Yeah.
that is one tip I can put out. And then second tip is, and this goes for all types of relationships, whether business, professional, um, for pleasure, relationships, friendships, things of that nature. Communication is key. Um, you gotta make sure that you communicate and that you communicate effectively. Also, communication is not only talking; it's listening as well. So keep that in
Yeah, I got a relationship tip. I'm gonna do a relationship. Don't waste people's time if you're not really ready to commit or fully commit to that person.
mind.
Um, and even in a dating phase, you just gotta, watch out for people. Some people might use you, some people might not. Um, you just gotta be mindful. Always protect yourself at all times. And even somebody, some people uh, might not intend to come in your life to hurt you or misuse you, but just be mindful of that. Then take your time. Don't move. Don't rush. If you're a nice person, try to say no more. To see where they at on their side. They get really upset about you saying no to them, and you try to explain to them, they still upset, they ignore your calls, then it's not the person for you. This go for
Mm-hmm.
females and dudes. This is not the person for you because if somebody really like you, they understand. The issue. Everybody have issues. Everybody go through problems. Everybody got bills to pay. Everybody need help with something. Billionaires need help. So don't feel that you obligated to help somebody because you like somebody. That's my mistake right there. Because when I start talking to somebody, I fall hard for that person. I go the extra mile. They don't have to. They hit me up and I don't hesitate to say no. But you got to learn to move on and to let bygones be bygones. Because if you do stuff and you keep getting used and used, you're gonna turn to a bitter person. Sometimes you just gotta step back and look at yourself and try to build yourself up, not to a part where you just mean, just a part that you like, hey, you can't be using me no more. You can't use me because I found out I was talking to somebody and they end up talking to somebody else. So, and I did everything for this person. I broke my neck and back. I went the extra mile for this person. I did stuff that I would never do for a person. But when you find out, the truth always will come out. How you bounce back from it, you will. How you deal with it, don't get mad. Just move on, carry on. Like they say, it's more fish in the sea. But I'm people sound very picky who I date. I am. I'm very, very picky who I date because I've been hurt in the past. I've been cheated on. I've been played. When I say I'm being played, don't mean I'm being cheated. Mean I'm being used. Every time I tell somebody I'm being played, people think automatically think I'm being cheated on. No, I'm being used. You can
Mm-hmm.
be played in so many different ways. You don't even have to get cheated on to for a relationship to get messed up. You could be mental abuse, physical abuse. You could be mistreated to a point where like, hey, it take you a while to wake up, and you sit back, you look back like, damn, I did all this stuff for this person. Now, sometimes you do have to man up and take the blame because you did do this stuff out of your heart, and you can look back and look at how much money you spent on receipts and all that. All that stuff can be replaced, but my time can be replaced. I say that every time I date somebody at the beginning, I like, hey, I don't want my time to be wasted.
Right.
They always say, well, we broke wrong. I don't waste no time. I'm not getting older, but then they be the main one to waste your time. You be
Right.
like, this is bullshit. Um, this is bullcrap for a lot of people. And, dudes do get tired too in relationships, and If I keep asking the questions and you keep getting irritated by the questions I ask, so be it. But I want to get I want to get an understanding. I want to be on the same page. I don't want to be on when you get mad, you say something in the text and you say you didn't mean to, but when you mad, the truth do come out. You say you tired how things are, so I'm gonna let stuff be it is, but if you in love with somebody, you can't just get in a relationship with somebody. You miss somebody, you can't just hop in another relationship, and your heart is not gonna be built for that. That's just my relationship tips and my opinion about that is just a life experience with me that happened to me recently. So it is what it is. End of the day, you just gotta move on and carry on.
Mhm. That is very true. Um, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Um, yeah, so that is very true. I think people should be more mindful. I know I'm using that a lot, but
Mhm.
it's just a matter of, of course, I know there are a lot of instances, or read about or heard about instances where people are like, this relationship happened from this person to cover, basically for selfish reasons, to ease their hurt or pain, or to help them, um, get over someone or forget about someone or things of that nature. But unless y'all on the same page, unless you communicated that with someone, and let them know like what this is, like if the potential for um, miscommunication is there, and also a bad blow up between you all, or whatever, or adding insult to injury for you as well, could definitely happen. So it's best to just take yourself to the side, take care of you, get yourself together, heal, take time to learn you, relearn you, and get yourself back to center, so to speak, before you go out
Yeah,
involving other people. Or because you can end up, even though it may not be your intentions, or it could be, not to hurt someone, you potentially could. Or and again, like I said, add insult to injury where you end up hurting yourself further. So definitely, take the time to heal and do what you need to do for you before you put yourself back out there.
yeah. All right. Next is goals for 2020. My goals for 2020 is um, one to start my own cleaning business.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for my goals. I wrote them down. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
start a business in 2 or 3 days. Do my podcast show every weekly. Get my credit score to 700 to 800. Work for myself in three months. Pay my van off. Stop eating at fast food restaurants. That's where I'm losing money. Gain weight. I want to get to 150, 160 right now. I'm at 140. I want to, mostly muscle, so I've been going to the gym and stuff, and I got a personal trainer at Platinum Fitness, and it was free. So
Yeah.
it was in my membership. Um, so I've been working on that. That's what I've been working on.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
what's your goals for 2020?
You got a great starter list already,
Mhm.
and it's only 6 days in, so you're doing really good. Excuse me. I would say, um, for me, definitely is a healthier way of life. Um, I want to eat healthier and live healthier. Things of that nature. I wanted to be proactive about my health prior to like reactive as far as something happening, and then now I'm trying to reverse the effects. So I definitely want to do that. Um, I do need to get back into the gym, which I do plan on doing um, soon. I'll just put it that way.
Mhm.
And there are some goals that I want to achieve as well. I do. I want to, get my score up, my credit, work on my credit. Um, I want to do better with money. Um, Not that I'm not good already. Like I do have a good foundation. I'll put it that way. But we can always tweak some things, and I can definitely do better because, I'm sure we all could find $20 to $30 that we waste. um,
Yes.
that's just waste, the stuff that we wanted, or some frivolous that we purchased or whatever. Like you mentioned, fast food too. That really is just a waste of money. Um,
Yeah, I spent a lot on that.
Especially trying to live healthier because living healthier does cost a little more. So if we could prevent ourselves from splurging in those manners, $5, $10 here at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, then we could actually possibly have that extra money to go toward a healthier living. So I definitely want to do that, better budgeting, and things of that nature. And just a better overall me. I know there are things that I could improve on, that might make my life better, as a whole, professionally, um, personally, and things like that. And then also, I am looking into going back to school for something. Not 100% sure just yet. I'm looking into it. I do have a couple of thoughts that I'm looking into. So just see when it'll depend on what better suits me to pursue first. And also,
Mm.
I want to work on going toward entrepreneurship as well. So
Yes.
yeah, I
Yeah,
want
I
multiple
want to work for myself.
streams of income as well. So that'd be great. So I'm definitely looking into those things too.
Yeah, I'm tired of working for a job. I got my CDLs. Everybody know I drive a truck, but I'm just tired. Working for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be at work today, but they didn't have me on the schedule. But I still gonna get paid.
Hmm.
But it's just some of this job I have. Busy days and not busy days. But on my days off and after work, I'm gonna just go clean people carpet.
Okay.
As far as I probably drive to is Champaign, Illinois, Danville, Illinois, to Fort Wayne, Indiana, to Louisville, Kentucky, or Dayton, Ohio, to clean carpets, to build my business up. I believe in 2 or 3 months, I could just work from my side. Like, I could clean 2 houses a day and I could replace my income,
Wow.
my, driving trucks. So it is what it is when it comes to it. But I've been, I look back and I look back at the memories on Facebook where I say I'm gonna start a business. I've been saying I'm gonna start a business every year, but I finally did the one of the steps is apply for your EI number, and it's a simple thing. It's free. You can do it on the IRS. The thing walk you through it. You it only I believe it only took me about 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. It only took me 5 or 10 minutes, and then in 3 weeks you get the paper. You can do a digital, and they give you that EI number right there. I took a screenshot of it, and
No
I'm
way.
ready. So
Yeah, I
next
saw
up
you
is just
posted.
get my LLC.
I saw that you had posted that, and I was like, "Is he for real? Did he really do that?"
Yeah,
And I was
so
like,
it was
"That's
free.
cool."
Yeah, so I'm gonna get my LLC. I'm gonna get my bank. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna get my bank. I'm gonna get my bank business account. I'm gonna have some money go in there so I can have it. And I'm working on my credit. You know, I've been getting approved for stuff, but not the amount that I want. I got approved for gets us money for my cleaning company, and I look at it, I'm like I could just save my money up because it's only $2,000 that they was gonna get to loan. The equipment is $2,000. I'm gonna just save that money up and buy, because I'm not finna pay interest on it. So I could have this stuff now and pay it back, but I like to keep most of my profit. So
Hmm. I think that's. I mean, working for yourself. The appeal behind that to me is being your own boss, and then of course being able to um keep more in, like so that you may be able to do more in life. Um, so that you can actually enjoy life and not just be working through it.
Yes.
So I'm excited for you. I definitely wish you all the best in your endeavors there. I look forward to,
Yeah.
hearing your next step up, your next come up,
Yeah,
because
me
you're
too
definitely
for
on the
you.
move.
Yeah, because I really want to do this podcast full time. There's a lot of money into it, like on YouTube. I want to do a part because we could do it like we're doing now,
Right,
and then we could like some one of the podcasts made it to a national radio station in the morning.
right.
So that's my goal. Or we could have a TV show. I don't. Is this one TV? These two, they had a podcast. I don't know if they do the podcast still, but now they got a TV show on this black network that I watch. They come on daily. There was this one radio station here in Indiana, and they was like, I could bring my podcast to their radio station. They got all the equipment there, and I could use it for free.
Mm,
It's they give you 60 minutes weekly to do it, but it's a dominated white station. They got a dominated white base listener. So what I want to talk about is not going to be appealing to them.
right, of course.
So that's why I didn't do it. I think there's some other places that will let me do it, but I would love to do some. I would love to go to the radio station, if it's a local radio station. But I want to, take you with me because I
Hmm.
do need a co-host. I think it's good to have multiple people.
Yeah,
If you ever listen to the Breakfast Club, they got three people.
right,
The Tom morning show, who he retired, he had like three or four or five people. Ricky Smiley had like five people. Steve Harvey got like four people.
right.
Russ Parr got four people, and I think I Dia Hoogley got three or four people, and he come on in the afternoon. I would love to come on in the afternoon where I don't have to wake up at 5 o'clock get ready for a
Right.
TV show, but I do get up at 3 o'clock in the morning all the time due to my job.
Hmm.
So I could get off early. I don't like staying out past 10 o'clock at night because that's when people don't know how to drive. That's when gas stations packed. But I want to do, clean carpet. This is my plan. This is what I just got to stick with it because usually I like something don't work out. I give up too easy.
Hmm.
And now I just want to, this is our first episode of 2020, so I'm proud we got our first episode. There's more episodes to come. Me and her, we're gonna work out a plan where we can really do a schedule. That we did have, we did talk good for the two stuff. I don't know what happened today. Like we got cut off when we was talking about World War III. We had some good points. You had some good points. I just don't remember all the stuff I said and all the stuff you said.
Right.
It didn't. I wish it save and carry on, but it didn't,
Hmm.
and I hate it. I hate it. It did that, but I had even on my iPad, my screen went black, so I don't know what's going on because I use my phone for this, but I'm gonna get the equipment. I'm gonna get the equipment. Hopefully, in 2 months, get the equipment. There are places here that got studio, but I want to do this once a week, once a weekly.
Hmm.
I don't. It's not like we gotta do it every day till we reach to that national level or a
Right.
TV show on the network where people can see us talking. Um, but my crime show, I want that to be a success because if you ever, I want y'all to listen to this crime show, Crime Junkie. They from Indiana. They from the Midwest. I believe. I think one is from Illinois and one from Indiana. They talk about nothing but crime. They talk about missing people, and that's what gave me the idea. Cause when I look back at my records on Anchor and YouTube, like the most of like we talk about the little girl that got killed in Texas, that was like one of the most listened views
Oh,
of it.
gotcha.
So people listening to crime, it's the world we live in. People love drama, people love crime, but I want to break down the crime stuff. I want to interview people who did crime. I want to get it's two sides to the story.
Hmm.
I want to dive into the person here. I don't just want to tell their story for themselves. I want to I want to tell I want to give they I want to know why they did it first of all.
Right.
And some of them can't explain why they did stuff. Cause if you watch the TV show Killer Talk, they came in or making of a killer. It's like they said that it's not them. I believe that. Some stuff we do, we don't think of. When we
Yeah.
get up in the morning, we walk. We don't even think. Till we had to learn how to walk again. Like I had to learn how to walk again when I, mess up my foot. And I never thought it would be the hardest thing of my life to do that day
Right.
is learn how to walk again, learn how to take steps. Like, and my mom telling my body, like, man, we already know how to walk. Why this being so hard on me? And she is like, your body you had a massive injury to you. So when we look at stuff like this, is the reason why people do stuff, and we got to get to the root to it. It's two sides to the story. People been molested, but we really don't listen to the person who molested them. Why do you do it?
Mhm.
Sometimes they might use that excuse, well, I was molested. Well, you can't use that as an excuse all the time. We got to really like dig into it, like why you did this and what make you do this, what make you get the urge to do this. Why people rob banks because they want money, and it's a quick way to rob banks, but it's a dangerous way to do it because you're not gonna get that much money. You could rob an armor truck. If you attempt to rob an armor truck, that's an automatic 15 years on you.
Mhm.
You know, anytime you deal with the government, you look at the R. Kelly case. I don't know if you want to talk about R. Kelly right now. I didn't watch it because I don't like watching R. Kelly survive. I don't want to hear it. It's too painful to watch. And, I still listen to R. Kelly. I'm going to say that now. I still listen to R. Kelly music.
Mhm.
His music is good.
Right.
You know, people like, I used to like Mayweather. I'm gonna say this. I used to like Mayweather, but he support Trump. But I can't take the fact that what he did in that ring.
Right.
I can't take that away from him. What R. Kelly did, he made so much music, trapped in a closet. Now, what people don't understand, this ain't nothing new with R. Kelly. This is in his music, and in some of his songs, and everybody should have seen this when he was dating Aaliyah. What I
Mhm.
mean? People didn't see like then when he was found not guilty, remember that time he was in trial, he was found not guilty.
Yeah.
He peed on that girl. It was a tape. I don't know if it was him. I seen the tape. I couldn't really tell it was him because it was like on a VHS.
Mhm.
And we was talking about this in school. I believe this when I was in middle school or high school when R. Kelly was on trial.
Right.
And it was a episode on Boondocks where Hooley was saying like we cannot because he an artist, because he an entertainer, that we can't take the fact that he did this crime. And people's like, shut up. And that's what happened. This is why stuff carry on so long.
Mhm.
And it's so many people now. I don't know if some of the stories are true, like with R. Kelly surviving R. Kelly. I didn't watch it. Now they got a part two coming out.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
why do they have a part two? I'm like, now they making money off of this dude.
Right.
He's broke. They making money off him and the victim. So
Mhm.
the victim's got to retell this story. His wife already said it. His ex-wife, she already said she don't. They came to her. They came to her kids, and they asked her without her permission. She told them no. She don't want to be involved. She said what he did was totally wrong, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, and I don't. I feel that I feel that I know we got about 10 minutes to do this part, but
Mhm.
I feel that he he's not gonna get out this time. How stuff is right now,
Right.
and we look at what Oprah is doing. Oprah is doing uh, Russell Simmons under the bus. She didn't do Einstein. What that dude who's on trial
Epstein.
now? I can't. Yeah, she didn't even throw him under the bus.
Right.
And he messed over 80 women, but he on trial for three. I believe they said he on trial for three of them. You know,
Yeah.
and it is crazy what's going on when Oprah don't throw these people. She threw Michael Jackson under the bus and messed him up. And they want to put him on trial. He's dead and gone.
Right.
Now you want to put Russell Simmons on trial. I mean, under the bus. You didn't do none of these white dudes like that.
Right. I won.
You know, not one time. That's why I hate what Oprah had done. You know, even though her listeners, her viewers is dominate white people, but that don't mean throw black people under the bus.
Mhm.
We they not the only one that did it. Russell, there's a lot of white people that did it. There's a lot of black people did it. I don't know some of the stories are true or not. To the evidence, you are proven innocent to proven guilt. You are proven innocent to proven guilty in a court of law. Just like Bill Clinton, the main victim, she said she lied on a witness stand.
Right.
You know, so some of these women do lie, and they give a bad name to the real victims. You know,
Mhm.
to people who've been sexual assault, who've been raped, who've been molested. It mess up the real victims. As people chase money like Antonio Brown. The girl just want the money. Now he not even signed to anything. You know, he not
Mhm.
signed to any NFL team because what his trainer said, she won $5 million. She already said she wanted money. So now when you supposed to be in sexual assault, but you want the money, okay, we understand you want to pay for your pain, but this dude needed to face the crime that he did. Stuff. People, money talk.
Yes, it does.
And it is sad that you could buy your way into a lot of stuff. You could buy you a politician. You could buy your way into the White House. How much money you have, you could buy your way.
Yep.
You gotta raise so much money to be president. And uh Trump way raised like $48 million in 48 hours. I was like, wow.
Mhm.
People could come together if black people could come together, but back to R. Kelly, I believe he will be found guilty this time around
Yeah.
of all the stuff that's going on. I hate that it happens, but some I blame the parents too. Some of the parents do have to take blame because they did let their girls go over these people's house, over this man's house. Even though he's a superstar, you gotta
Mhm.
understand he's still a human being that needs. You don't know what happened. He said he was touched by his brother when he was little, and touched by his older cousin. It was a female. So a lot of stuff happens. I want to get you want we need to get to the root to the problem. We want to get to the issue to the problem. And then how can we get past this? I don't know. I don't have the answer for it, but sooner or later we will see the big issue, the big picture. It happened at daycares and churches. Like the Catholic Church is one of the biggest people. They pay $1 billion a year to hush hush money.
Mhm.
And it's sad. When you can pay hush hush money, you could use that money to take trips. You a grown man. You could pay for sex in Nevada. You could go to the sex house and pay and not get charged.
Mhm.
With a crime. But I don't understand why people don't. That people get in trouble. People get into drugs, and is a is your dark passenger. I don't know if you ever watched Dexter. He said he got a dark passenger, and with this, what he meant by this is everybody got something dark they dealing with. They don't want to come to the light. We all deal with it. It could be something as little as a diet or something big with mental illness. And that's just mental illness is just another episode by itself. We could talk for hours about mental illness. But that's what I want to say. But I hope y'all enjoy the show. We will be back. Hopefully we back this weekend with another episode, or next Monday we could do another episode. I know I'm gonna try to do better with my schedule. Um, but Crime Overdose will be released episode this weekend. The D Bond Show with my co-host. We will be doing more weekly. We got a busy year this year
Yes.
because I want to leave my job, and we got a busy year. She's a mother, I'm a father. So we got life. Podcast only pay me penny for this. So I only get a penny a listener. But I thank everybody for listening. I want to thank everybody for supporting us. We're gonna do it big. We're gonna do it big. Uh, we're gonna do it real big because I want to go big. We gotta think big and do big. I hope y'all enjoy the show. Always remember the tips. Pay attention to your surroundings. Um, don't give up on your goals. Go far. I'm out. Y'all have a good day and enjoy your day.
All right, hashtag 2020. Do it big.
Yes, I'll talk to you later.
All right, we out.
All power to the people. We out.